everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Dungeons and Destinies. Before I continue, I'd like to ask all of my players to say hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hey.
Nope, we don't need context. We're just gonna move right past it. All right, so I have a couple disclaimers before we begin. Firstly, the two of us that are currently in college will be resuming our classes. One of us already has. One of us will start going to college. So, if things begin to take a downturn on the quality side, that's why, even though I don't think that they would have taken much of an upturn anyway. Next, all of the music and ambiance you're going to hear in tonight's episode was made by the wonderful Michael Gelfi. Check him out on YouTube and Spotify, along with his partner Philip Melvin. That's MichaelGhelfi. Check them out, they're great composers and fantastic and do epic stuff. Next, all the character art you see on screen is made by the wonderful Alice, the player for Magnus. Okay, alright. The chances... Do you want me to stop? What are you signaling? I can't...
Keep going!
Chances are you're checking out this from her channels, either Twitch or YouTube, so make sure to give those a follow because she's hilarious and really good at what she does. Also, all the maps and tables you see on screen are made by me using free assets such as FA Mapmaking. FA Mapmaking stands for Forgotten Adventures Mapmaking. They're great, they have a ton of free assets for making tabletop roleplay maps online, so check them out and pay them money because you can buy like certain tokens or even individual maps if you want to. We're not sponsored, I just think you should check them out because they're really cool. Lastly, we do have a TikTok. Check out Dungeon and Destinies. That's DungeonAnddestinies on TikTok and give us a follow because the manager for that is pretty freaking great.
Thank you, Jester.
Thank you, Jester. What's funny is when I stand up, I can hear the echo in my room, but when I sit down, it goes away. So is it worse now than before?
Not really. I don't notice anything.
Fine. I don't hear it. I don't even hear like the reverb from your room anymore.
Okay. All right. So would anyone else like to say anything before we start?
No.
Gosh, I'm scared.
Shut up.
Turn on your camera, Zoe.
I can't. I don't have one.
Lame.
I know. I'm working on it.
I guess you could join Discord from your laptop, I guess.
I could.
All right. So, welcome back to the ever dustier world of Erecretion. Last we left off, the players had made their beds and slept quite well. Daenerys awoke after confronting what she believed at the time to be sort of this after hallucination of her own mother, Aether Dorathi. After awakening in the morning, Daenerys soon found out that she was not only real, but right there. And they talked for a little bit as the rest of the party went out onto the patio of the Wizard's Foxfire Inn, each individually getting their breakfast, till eventually Daenerys came out and was like, hey, there's somebody in my room, want you to meet her. And before she could even introduce them, Daenerys' mother, Aether, walked out onto the patio wearing kind of a hood and cowl, her hood kind of drawn over her face, and introduced herself. They went around and did some royal greetings, as per the usual of the people of Arathia. After that, the party split up individually to go and peruse different things to shop and buy, as they were told that they had a few days to kind of just stay in Nawadu and relax before getting on the road again, as their patron and their traveling companion, the king of Livliker, Oslo Basilius, was going to go talk with the speaker of the Solidity table. There, Magnus and Rue went back into the glass blowers contest, and all in all, kind of just had fun watching, learning, seeing what was going down. Daenerys decided to go back to her room and talk more with her mother, and Beau decided to go to a smith shop to do something, possibly to use the smithy, the forge, to rekindle his little gun toy thing, weapon, that he's working. And lastly, Lothric.
Insert penis joke here.
Shut up.
Lastly, Lothric decided to go shop around in general stores and went to one called Kildash's Goods, where upon entering the building, he immediately felt something off with the teller, the kind of front man, I guess, for the
Cashier?
shop. Cade, stop interrupting me, please. Anyway, therein, as he was talking to the front man for the shop, Lothric stumbled upon an even deeper kind of uncomfort with the guy as he kind of forced his way, his own sense of justice, following his own sense of justice. He forced the guy to basically like lead him around and just make sure that everything was all right, as the guy was acting a little bit strange. In the end, though, Lothric felt that his own sense of justice led him to the point where he cast Hold Person on the cashier, and as he was patting him down and beginning to tie him up, the man broke out of the Hold Person and stabbed him underneath the breastplate. And that is where we left off. So, we are going to... Wow, that was like perfect for the audio, huh? Crazy. We're going to go to here. Lothric, the cashier, as you put it, Kate, thank you, stumbles back a bit as he pulls the dagger out from under your chin plate. And you kind of like, you're a bit surprised. You weren't expecting this. You weren't expecting him to break out of the spell that you were holding him in. And he says, I ain't fucking going nowhere. And as he says that, you watch as he takes another step back and another step back until the darkness of this large building kind of encompasses him and he disappears into the black. And I want you to know that I did pre-roll a hide check for him. And if you want, you can shoot me a perception check really quick, but I can guarantee you it's not going to work.
Okay, I'll do
But
that.
I want to see if you can get it, because if you get it, that would be pretty fucking cool.
I hope so. That'd be sweet. Okay, fingers crossed. I got a 9.
Okay, yeah. He rolled a 29. So he melts into the darkness of the building. What would you like to do?
Well, seeing that I'm probably not gonna get anywhere, since I can't find him anymore, I'm gonna collect the things that I was shopping for. I'm gonna get the fuck out.
Okay. As you kind of turn around, you begin to retrace your steps through the buildings and the rooms that he led you through, and you find that the door has been blocked by a large shelf.
Can I try to push?
Yeah, roll a strength check for me.
Do you want flat or with my modifier?
With your modifier.
Okay. I got a 12.
12. So you brace your shoulder up against the shelf, and as you begin to it across the wooden floor, Lothric, what is your AC?
My AC is 16.
All right. Out of the darkness, a bolt lands itself in your back. With the damage, let me roll it really quick. Extra dice.
I'm gonna hear a bunch of from the back.
Oh my god.
Well, this is not what I was expecting. I was expecting something different.
I was expecting this.
This whole week, I've been talking about it.
You take 19 points of piercing damage
Ooh.
as the bolt finds itself very, very close to your spine.
So did I end up getting the shelf pushed out of the way, or
You managed to push it mostly out of the way, yes.
Okay, can I squeeze through the opening?
Yeah, why don't you roll a... roll a general acrobatics check.
Okay. Cool. 17.
17. You manage to kind of, as your plate mail begins to scrape across the back of the shelf, another bolt lands right next to your head. But luckily, you manage to open the door and get out onto the street of Nawadu.
Okay. When I left to go shopping in the first place, did Magnus ever give me something with sending or anything like I can communicate
No,
with in that
but
nature? No.
as you squeeze through the door, your armor does immediately begin to go.
God damn.
Oh my god.
And children, that is why you don't do experimental artificer shit.
So
Oh,
immediately, a couple of just bystanders kind of like stare at you as they begin to walk past you with a bolt kind of sticking out your back that they can't really see. Yeah, you are free to do as you wish.
Jesus.
Okay. Oh my god, fuck that armor. I'm gonna retrace my steps back to the inn.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Give
I'm
me
gonna like
just
hold
1 second.
my side. I can't really reach my back, so I can't hold that and favor it, but I'll just like favor the side that I was stabbed.
Right. It's no problem. You kind of like half stumble your way back, still kind of dealing with the pain of this bolt in your back. And you do manage to make it back to the... are you trying to go back to the inn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do manage to kind of like stumble a little bit back to the Foxfire Inn, the Wizard's Foxfire Inn, my apologies. You're getting a lot of stares here and there of just like this dude in full plate mail walking through a city. It'll take you a bit, so as you're walking back, we're going to go back over to Daenerys.
Hey, it's me, Daenerys.
Daenerys.
So, Daenerys, you and your mother are still sitting in the inn, kind of poring over your notes. Is there anything in specific that you want to bring up to her, talk to her about, maybe ask a couple questions about?
Well, she did kind of like insinuate that she had met Theoden before. I guess
Yeah.
I'd ask her about him.
So, just like how she met, or what are you asking?
So it seems like you're familiar with Fusion. Do you know anything about him?
Oh, well, I know about as much as the next person. When your father left, he went and met with Theoden. After the about 2-year bout that he was gone, I decided to follow in his footsteps, and I met Theoden. Strangely, I can't really remember what he looks like, but I do know he exists. I talked to him, and I believe he pointed me in the direction that your father went.
That's strange. His appearance is quite, it really sticks with you.
Yes, well, I can only assume it's because of the spell you told me about with the erasing of their history.
Right. I wonder if it so it affects the entire world or anyone outside of this spell. It's it's incredible. It's very powerful.
Very powerful indeed. It just shows you what several minds can put together if they are working towards a better cause.
Absolutely. Hmm. So, what brought you to this side of the country anyway? Was father's coming in this direction?
Yes, well, like I said, I had tracked his remains to a different continent, more to the west of here. It's called Myfo, I believe. I'm not sure, but I had remembered that there were a couple of contacts that I had when I was traveling through here that might be able to help me on my path to restoring him.
Right, right. So, who gave you the lead on his remains?
Myself. I used a couple of his old feathers and tracked him to where he rested.
I see. It's always looked up to you for your ability to do so. I mean, it's impressive.
Well, I'm sure that, if anything, you can learn it in no time.
Right. I don't think there's anything else I would talk to her about.
Okay. Is there anything in specific you want to go over, or your mother is quite knowledgeable. If you have any questions about certain spells or creatures, she knows a lot about the Fae. If you want to ask her about something like that,
She might ask about the Mimdelf spell, and if she knows anything about it outside of what we've already discussed.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
The Mimdelf.
Oh, yeah. Very curt, very brief answer. Nope, she knows nothing about that.
Nothing. Okay. I'll ask her about the Fae presence and I guess just question to you. Daenerys doesn't know anything about the genies, does she? Or does she know?
Daenerys would know a little bit about their mythology just because they're so closely tied to the belief structure of Arathia.
Right.
Not as much as the founding mythos of man, I can never remember what that's called. Give me just a second. No matter what I do, I frickin' forget. It makes me mad. Yarkish. Not so as much as the Yarkishan founding mythos, which is strongly supported in Lineral because of their strong ties. But she would know that, they're born of, elements. They have extreme powers, and yeah.
Okay. So I don't have this written down or anything, or into roleplay, but she'll ask about the Fae, the genies, and then the black books.
Okay. In that specific order?
Yes.
Okay. The Fae are a rather wild species. As far as I know, there are two kinds. There's the sort of Archfey, and then there's the not so Archfey. A lot of researchers or scholars like to put them into two different categories of the Seelie and unseelie court, but I completely disagree with that notion. To be frank, I think it's a bit... I don't mean to say imperialist, but out of touch. I believe that the Seelie and unseelie courts don't truly exist, but there are a myriad of different courts in the Fey system. As for the presence, I know that Live Liqueur is widely open to accepting Fey creatures. That is, if people begin to believe in them. See, Fey are manifestations of otherworldly ideas, creatures that come into this world, and she just starts going on and on and on for like a good hour or so.
Okay. Daenerys is gonna ask about the third kind of Fae. So we were told a while ago about a theory of another type of Fae that is not like in the categorizations currently. Do you happen to know anything about that?
I believe I can remember some old rumors or middlings about that from years past, but nothing of foundational basis.
Right, mostly theoretical.
What was the second? Oh, the genie thing? As for the genies, I'm sorry, dear, but your father would know much more than me. I know about as much as you do.
Yes, he was very in-depth in his studies.
Very, very thin. And these black books, are these just books that are bound in black leather, or?
So, not quite sure the nature of them, but they're always encrypted and require some sort of sacrifice to be read. I don't know much more, other than the fact that they disappear and reappear if not handled properly.
And this isn't a story, you've encountered this?
From what I know, we had one in our possession, and then one of my people in my party had misplaced it, or according to the person we were talking to, it disappeared because there was two in right next to each other, kind of deal.
Oh. Well, I've never heard of a tome doing that. I'm afraid I'm at a lack. I don't...
That's all right. I just figured I would ask if you know anything. Oh, and then she'll ask about the spell circle. She'll show her a picture of the one that we found in Cobalt.
Cobalt? Oh god, hang on. Let me pull that one up. That was so long ago.
That was almost a year ago.
That was almost a year ago.
Damn, that's wild.
Do I have it?
I still have that saved in my phone.
You sent it to me like in DMs. I don't know if
I'm-
that would.
Whoa, what
You
happened to
got
your
really
mic?
loud suddenly.
What the heck?
That
Okay,
was
Sorry.
Now it's back to normal.
Yeah, that was crazy. What
What
the hell
the hell?
happened?
Sorry, I unplugged. I got pizza sauce on my shirt,
I got
so I had to
pizza
wipe it
sauce
off. So I
on
had to take out my headphones, and then I had to put them back in.
Oh god, why can't I find it anywhere? What is wrong with me? Alright, well, let's see if I can recall what it is. If one of you could look for that in your DMs or something, that would be awesome. Oh wait, what am I doing? It's probably on the battle map. Stupid! What am I doing? Idiot.
What are you doing?
Being a goober.
I have it saved, so
I'm being a freaking goober.
go ahead and record it.
I have it.
You have it?
I'm
Why do
sending
you
it.
have it?
Cause you sent it to me for thumbnail stuff.
Oh, okay. I don't even have the fucking dungeon it was a part of.
It was in the dungeon we fought Abe in.
Yeah, I know. I know. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Alright.
Okay, sick. Never mind.
Oh, right. Right. Okay. Oh, this is quite complex. This works several, I believe 5 different kinds of magic. I do see some druidic influence here, though. You see how the center of the circle, and she kind of points it out, has the 2, almost bottle-shaped things. Those are meant to, call upon one's life force, and it looks like the rune magic around it is meant to obstruct or suppress that life force. I'm not quite sure what else is with the circle.
Right, I couldn't quite figure it out. I mean, it seems the purpose of it is to bring something to life that those things I was telling you about, the black constructs or whatever you want to call them.
Well, from the looks of it, I don't think it's meant to bring them to life. It looks like it's meant to warp life, and change it, suppress the natural life cycle, and add in a new one.
Interesting. So, what you're saying is it's modifying life that already exists.
Yes, most likely. From what I can tell, just from the druidic nature and what you've told me so far, I believe that this was taking possibly one creature and turning it into those constructs you were talking about.
It would make sense. Now, the thing we have to figure out is why.
That is a that is a great question. It sounds like there's a whole lot more to it than I would possibly know.
Yes, or any of us either.
All right. Do you have any other questions for her?
Do I have other spell circles? I feel like I do.
Yes, you did the one in. You have 2 more. There's the one from Reliquary, and the
Okay.
one from the library in
Okay.
Spectre Island.
Right. So, I don't really recall the one in Reliquary. What was the situation?
There was a big ass spell circle in the middle of the main church
Right.
that the father was kind of in front of and was taking people and sacrificing them for something.
Okay.
That's
And
where the black book was that Rue read.
Okay. And the last
Okay,
one was
let's
one
see.
in Spectral, right?
Yes, the last one was in Spectre Island. That was the main chamber room where you fought the demon.
So she'll show her mom both of them, and just to get like a rough reading of both of them.
This one from Reliquary.
A reliquary.
Oh, Reliquary. I've never seen anything like it.
Really? Not even parts of it.
No, I mean, it's completely... These runes don't... They're not of any lexicon I know of.
Interesting. And
And having 3 circles apart from 2, it's
it
almost like
seems-
it was meant to divide. I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
I didn't see anything combining them either. but it seemed like they worked together.
Well, they're interwoven, which is almost reminiscent of orcish magic, but not enough, B.
Right. It's very complex, beyond my understanding.
And this other one from Spectre Island is, well, ingenious, first of all. Whoever developed this has talents far beyond my comprehension and time far beyond my own lifespan.
Well, from my understanding, this was the work of the Aarakocra that lived on Spectre Isle before their memories were erased from the world. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some coordination prior to the Mimdel incident where our people and them worked together.
That would not surprise me either. It looks as though this is meant to... She begins reading the runes very slowly, and you see that her mind begins to work. And she kind of grabs a scrap of paper and takes out like a charcoal pencil and begins to sketch. And she says, interesting. It targets a group rather than an individual. The spell circle itself seems to, rather than contain something, which is the use of the circle, it's meant to release it, almost like a valve with water. You build it up and then turn it, and it releases.
Like the rest of the world, or just the group?
Potentially, depending on how much latent magic would be within that.
That's ingenious, honestly.
Yes. I might have to put it into practice myself.
So, its nurse is like scratching her brain, like, if I'm trying to remember what we had to use in order to actually use the summoning circle. Now, what was it? Because I do not remember. It was like,
To use that circle,
yeah,
It
we had to
was
ingest
So-
some stuff.
that circle was not used for you all
Okay.
to Mimdo.
Okay. Interesting. Well, the spell that we entered one of my companion's memories through, we had to go through and ingest a powder created out of several different stones and stuff, and I wonder if it's the same for this as well.
Maybe. They might have traced the very circle itself with ink laden with powder.
Absolutely.
This is fascinating. Truly. I mean, just a second. Let's reach here. I seem to remember seeing something not quite similar, but similar somewhere. I just can't remember.
Can't remember something about a memory spell.
It's very humorous, yes.
Well, I'm not sure how much work that the Aarakocras do with memory magic. We were more elemental growing up in Druidic, of course.
Well, it's not exactly a desired.
Honk.
Sorry, there's
Sorry.
a car that was very rude. Very rude. Oh, there's another one about to do it. She kind of. It's not really a sought-after profession. I mean, scrying and foresight is really more of a job position. Is there anything else you want to ask her before we move on? Okay. Magnus and Rue.
Woo!
You two are currently just strolling through the... Now, see, I can't remember if it's this one that does it.
Magnus got his face beat in.
Magnus got by a pole.
Yeah.
By
So,
a glass
Magnus,
blowing pole.
a glass blowing pole, and you hit the dirt. Rue, you are a couple meters ahead, kind of just wading through the crowd. Is there anything in specific that you guys are looking for as Magnus, you get back up? Anything you want to do? Or do you want to just keep strolling through the city, seeing what's up?
I'm probably gonna continue strolling through the city. Probably catch up to Rue at some point, just like...
Okay. So, eventually,
catch up to party cleric, bloody nose. Like...
Right. The fuck?
So eventually,
This
Rue,
is
you
my
kinda,
day
like,
off.
push your way through the crowd, and you exit Blackreach as the blast... What is wrong with me? The glass blowing competition kind of gets left behind you as you enter the more main part of the city. And Magnus finally catches up to you, bloody-nosed. You are free to do as you wish.
Damn it.
Yippee. So gonna turn around as I notice him coming up and be like, "What in the gods did you do to your face?"
One, rude. Two, I might have gotten hit with a glass blowing pole. I'm fine. Just like wipe off the blood that like I guess is still there. And then
Oh, okay. How long were you there? I didn't see you over there.
I've been walking behind you for fucking since we left the tavern.
Oh. That's kind of
You're kind of
Creepy of you.
oblivious. What? Excuse me.
I'm just saying that somebody following another person without them realizing and not coming up and saying anything is kind of creepy. I don't think that's out of, you know.
Okay, to be fair, ow. Second, it's not my fault that you're that oblivious.
Mm-hmm. Do
And
you want me to help fix your nose?
Please.
Okay, we'll do a cure wounds to fix his nose.
You
Do
don't even
first
need to
level.
do
Yeah,
that.
I-
You can
Just like
Just say that I
roll,
fixed
you can
his
just
nose.
roll a medicine check.
Okay, I'd love to do a medicine.
That way you
Please.
don't have to use a spell slot.
anyways,
Oh, so nice.
there
Oh, I got a 9. However, I don't. Hold on. I have a +5 to my medicine.
14.
So bloody
The
nose.
DC was a 5 as you grab his nose and... It,
Oh!
Sorry. I figured you didn't want a warning. That usually makes it worse. Everybody that I've worked on that I give a warning to before I reset something usually
No.
finds out that the
Yeah,
countdown
that's-
is worse.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm sorry. Are you
Jesus,
okay?
I'm fine.
I'm so
That-
sorry. I'm so
Jesus.
sorry. When we get back to the inn, I can like get you some ice.
I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Cole. There's
Yes.
the shopping center of Now Would Do, right? That's like that Isabella
the
was
shopping
talking?
center of Nawadu.
No, there's like a thing and it's like Phil Fancy. It's I can't remember what it's
What?
called.
A bazaar?
Are you
That
talking about the... So she told Rue that you might be able to find the route she's looking for in Nawadu, or you most likely would be able to find it in the Lelean Bazaar, which is in the city of Lelea in.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I thought it was in Nadu. My bad.
Well, cool.
Yeah, Magnus is probably just gonna like hold his nose for a second, make sure it's like done bleeding and everything, and then probably gonna be like, I'm doing absolutely nothing today after getting hit with a pole. I'm gonna run some errands and go probably shopping, see what's around if you'd like to join me. If not, don't get kidnapped.
I feel like someone has to watch you to make sure your nose doesn't get broken again.
I don't need a babysitter. I'm not completely
That-
helpless.
oh. Uh-huh.
Don't aha.
Yes, I'll come with you.
Don't aha me, ma'am.
Okay. Uh-huh. Sorry.
He's gonna cross his arms and bow.
Yes, I will come with you. I don't have anything in particular I need, although I have some, like, just spare things that I wouldn't mind getting rid of. So, I guess, well, we can hit that spot as we go.
Sure. Guess Rue and I are going shopping.
We're going!
Get in, Betra, going
All right.
shopping.
Do you know the name of the store in mind that you want to go to?
No.
Okay, so you can either roll a history check for me or ask around.
Oh, we'll roll a history check, because maybe Rue has a better history than I do.
Magnus is gonna go ask around.
Okay.
15 on that
Unless-
history check.
Okay. Unless, Okay. A 6?
No.
Good, because I rolled
No.
a 3.
No. Unfortunately, the DC was 10.
That pole
Rue,
knocked
you
the
do
shit out of
remember-
Magnus.
You do remember a couple of stores that Lothric was talking about. The general stores, Trap Goods, Kadasha's Goods, and the Killendare General Store. Kadasha's Goods is the one that he went to if you want to go there. Yeah, so up to you guys.
Okay. It's funny, I remember you said Kadash is good, and I don't remember what they sell. That's the general store, right?
Those three are all general stores.
Okay, perfect. Which one's the nearest one to us? 'Cause we just
That you'd have to ask around for.
okay.
Just
Okay.
roll like a. I mean, it doesn't take long. You find a nice-looking gentleman. Let me take a look at the map. I was gonna make you do that, so I had time to pull it up, and then I was like, no, that's stupid, and now I'm wasting your time even more.
Well, you're so sweet.
I feel like Zoe would never organically say that to Cole.
Never.
What?
He never responded to my thinking about Rango that I sent, I think, either yesterday or earlier today.
I saw it. I
Did
just
you
didn't
see it?
say anything about it.
Okay.
Cole was
Zoe,
like,
what
if
do I
I
say to
address it,
What do you want me to say to that?
I don't know, you always usually like thinking about Rango, and that's funny enough. I do appreciate that one. A simple why is hilarious and it waters my crops. Like anything really.
Don't ever say that again.
waters. my
So the
crops.
closest is Kadasha's Goods, actually.
Okay.
Oh no.
We'll
You
go
guys get to see a bloody
there.
handprint?
All right. As you two are walking, why don't you roll a perception check for me?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that one's fucking okay.
Oh, I don't notice jack shit. That's a that's a 2.
I'm scared for you guys.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
My perception's a +5, which makes it a 7, but that's not enough to really get anything either.
I got a 13.
13.
Man, we
Magnus,
both suck.
As you two are walking, Rue, you do generally overhear a local town crier as he says,
Town crier voice. Town crier voice.
Yes!
Country,
yes!
country town crier voice. Come on, country crier.
Yes!
Now listen all you up, y'all. Here's a couple of statements that the table with me would like me to read. Table would like me to read. First and foremost, all the forges in Nawadu and most of the main cities of Solili are still on the fritz. Still a bit cold, so don't go no forge expecting nothing. Next, the table will be holding a banquet in 4 days. You can tag along, bring along, come along. They will be sponsoring the whole thing, lots of food. Main city in now, main heart of Nawadu. Can I move on to the next thing? Lastly, the Skrikakla clan of goblins has recently agreed, finally, to be non-hostile. So if you're traveling the True Dunes, you don't have to worry about them anymore. That's all. Thank you.
I love him.
Magnus, you see as you're walking, you're kind of coming down this road, going up and around. As you're passing through this building, you hear the, oh, excuse me.
Oh.
You hear the
Wow.
crier in the background. You do manage to pick up on a brief conversation, less conversation, more threats. Hey, give it back, wench. You're gonna return everything you took, or so help me, I'll carve up that pretty face. And then you hear I didn't take nothing, I swear. I'm just a traveler. I'm on my way to the lookout in Unquin. If it pleases you, I can give you the gold I have. I know what you got. Give me my goddamn gloves back. Please, I don't have your gloves.
I just waved and I forgot I don't have the camera.
I'm
For our
gonna
listeners, Jester was in the background waving.
I'm gonna stop Rue and then just kind of like, do I see this ordeal going on or do I just hear it?
Yeah, so as you kind of like see, you cross through this road and finally you get to like a brief small alleyway. And you do see a small halfling woman with like a big traveling pack kind of backed into a corner as two very angry looking men wearing very similar clothes to Bo are kind of cornering her, and one of them is like holding this huge knife.
Out of curiosity, do these look like guards at all or do they just look like...
No, these do not have the kind of guard. These are more... you can roll a history check if you want to. With advantage, because you're a pretty boy. You're a fancy boy.
Fancy boy!
I'm a material girl.
Magnus is a material girl. Fuck you. I got a 20...
That's good enough. It was a 10 DC.
Okay.
Nice.
You very
yeah.
quickly remember back to the guild of Boarhog Riders
Mm-hmm.
that is centered in Solili, in the city of... Just pull it up really quick. In the city of Riyadh. These two are probably fresh off of the Golden Plateau or the Yellow Plateau, a large stretch of tall grassland that grows yellow with a lot of really yellow soil.
Mm-hmm.
And they're here in Nawadu, which is just north of that area.
Okay, while I hear this interaction, can I go ahead and roll like insight check to see if like if the girl is lying or not?
You can, but at disadvantage. You're really not close enough to kind of get her mojo.
Yeah. Just to see. 10.
You can tell that she's afraid. I
Yeah.
mean, just from her body posture, but that's about it.
I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and walk up. Just excuse me.
Before he goes, I'm gonna like grab Magnus's shoulder and be like, "Don't start trouble while we
I'm
here,
not
please."
starting anything. You know I follow the rules. Excuse me. Seems to be the problem here.
So the other guy that doesn't talk much kind of like turns around and says, "This little bitch stole my buddy's gloves. We're here to get him back."
Right, and you know for certain that she stole your gloves.
Damn straight I do. Only other wench in the turf.
Okay. Are they, you know, magical? Or are they just your gloves?
They were my daddy's gloves. I respect the hell out of them, and his daddy's before him. Family heirloom, if you will.
Alright, understandable. And I'm gonna turn to the halfling you said?
Yep, little halfling lady.
And I'll just... Ma'am, do you know where his gloves could be if you don't have them?
Well, his gloves, they might be, maybe you left them back in the tavern. I don't know.
Insight check.
Please. Alright, roll an insight check.
Is she hurt, the little halfling lady, in any way?
Not physically, no. Not yet.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Okay, that one's a 19.
Ooh, that's good.
And they bet though, or still just like
You feel like she's telling you.
Sir, I don't really think she has your gloves. I'd be more than willing to help you find them, if anything. Are you sure you didn't leave them back at the tavern?
Why don't you roll a persuasion check for me?
Natural 20, baby!
Okay.
That makes... 27.
That makes 27. That is really high. God damn it, fine. We're going back. And he kind of like shoulder checks you as he makes his way back. And his buddy kind of follows in response. He kind of just gives a curt nod to you as he walks away. Leaving you and the little halfling lady in the alleyway.
Sick. Cool. I'm gonna turn her and be like, ma'am, are you alright?
Oh, I was afraid for my life. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Why did they think that you had their gloves?
I'm not in right mind to know, to be honest. I was in the tavern, just eating my food, and they turned to me. And, so I thought, well, I might as well leave if they're going to become hostile. You know, I don't want to ruin the atmosphere for no one else. Thank you again. I was so afraid.
Of course.
If you don't mind, we're gonna go to back to the tavern to help look for their gloves. Do you mind sticking kind of with us until we're sure that their gloves have been found?
If it's no trouble.
I would rather not be in close proximity to them, if that's
No.
possible.
Absolutely not. We'll definitely we'll take care of you. We'll make sure that nothing happens to you. We just want to make sure. It's not that we don't believe you. We do, but just in the rare case that you're an expert liar.
All right.
As
Sure.
who says that, can I check my coin purse since the dude like shoulder checked me and I'm kind of like suspicious about it?
Yeah, check your coin purse. So remember, you put your coin purse in your boot.
Yeah. I'm just checking it, make
Which,
sure.
by the way, is incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you know, my fucking gold.
As far as you could tell, just by weight, it's all still there.
Okay. Um. Right. Well, we're gonna follow. Try to see if we can't get that situation handled. Be safe. You said you were traveling to.
I'm going to Anquin. Um, I'm a bit confused. Do you want me to follow you, or?
Yes, if you don't mind. It shouldn't take very long. We'll get you back on your way.
With luck, of
Right, well-
course.
Thank you again. I honestly, I thought they were going to kill me. Lead the way. Oh, I guess I need to lead the way. And she kind of like steps out in front of you and begins walking back. Eventually, you kind of come to this tavern that has like this old faded sign that says "The Links Like God." And now we're going to go over to Bo.
Oh.
What's up, dude? You are currently leaving the what was the blacksmith called?
It was the
Charming Coyote, right. You are currently leaving the Charming Coyote, the weird teal building, rather small, and you are headed towards, I don't remember the other one you were wanting.
I think it was going to Toad's Tool.
Okay. Alright. So, asking around, you kind of get the general area and location. And it doesn't take you very long. It is pretty close by, actually. And if I said that it was further away last session, old me is stupid and dumb. So,
Okay, I'll write that down just for you. That's
yeah,
it.
write that. Please put that in your notes. So it doesn't take you very long to get there. You are now standing outside this building. It's nothing special. If you didn't know that this was the place, you would have walked right by it. It's an adobe building, no big signs out front, no axe-wielding dude outside. There's a small forge out the side that you can see. Nobody outside working it just now, and a single wooden door. The slats on the windows are open, and you do smell like a kind of like meat from inside, like being cooked.
I'll walk up and knock on the door.
Okay. So, a few moments pass before you hear, "Oh, just a second," and you hear like some scuffling, and then the door kind of and opens very slightly as you see a short dwarven head kind of pop out. How can I help you?
I was gonna look at the man and with like a little bit of a 1,000-yard stare for like just a single moment. Alright, I was wondering if I'd be able to use your forge.
Oh, kind of like opens the door a bit more. You can see that in the background. There are like very immaculate looking weapons lining the walls. This guy is probably a master at what he does. Yeah, I mean, I'm not using it. You're more than welcome to try. And kind of like,
To try? As he says as he like kind of closed the door behind him.
yeah, well, I suppose you're not from here. Well, you're actually. If you haven't heard, yeah, fair enough. Most of the forges in Zulili, and especially nowadays, seem to be dying. They're not getting hot enough to melt or bend steel. They're not getting cold enough to cool and, well, I guess just cool. Personally, I blame those damn miners up on the mountain. I think they're slipping stuff into the coal they're exporting.
Cole, would I be able to roll like a history check of any, like an inside history check of some kind to know, like, if that is even possible?
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you roll a? You can to know if it's possible or to like know what he might be talking. What do you mean?
Because I know there was a huge mining presence in Yawthorn, But I assumed that was for mostly gold, not like coal
Yeah.
or iron.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't even need to roll a history check to know that there are the Brokeback Mountain Pass that divides Inkwin and Solili. There is a myriad of different towns and cities dedicated to mining, and up in the northern bit, just past the True Dunes, there's a city, or it's more of a town, dedicated to coal mining.
Well, it's kind of funny you mentioned that because I happen to know things with chemicals and like elements, not as in like water, earth, and fire and air, like the more spiritual kind. I mean, like the more literal ones, like magnesium and alchemy. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, an alchemy.
Maybe I could take a look at your forge.
Hell, if you could fix her up, I'd give you half off anything in the store.
Oh, you don't gotta do that, friend. My pa taught me a couple of tricks. And he starts like cracking his knuckles and like walking up to the
As you're
walking
walking,
up the forge. yeah.
As you pop every joint in your body.
Jesus Christ.
There we go. Let me take a look.
So you go out the side door and approach the. Is Jester wearing pants?
Yes, Jester is wearing pants.
Okay, because it
Jester
really...
has like tie-dye sweatpants on.
Okay, because all I saw was a very flesh-colored tone. I was a little bit concerned. You approach the forge, small forge out the side of the building, and immediately you can tell that this thing, like the coals are almost simmering instead of what they should be doing. They're very, instead of that nice red glow, they're almost to the point where they're white and dying.
How long have you had this coal in here?
Oh, that was put in yesterday. It should be fine.
You put this in yesterday? This looks like you've had this coal in here for months.
Yeah, the same problem everywhere else.
What kind of metal have you been smelting?
Just iron.
Okay. It's like actually like piping hot, glowing though, like too hot to touch, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you, yeah, like it's. I mean, hot. Like it's still on fire. I don't know what you're trying to ask me.
Well, what I'm asking, like, is it hot enough to like burn through leather glove?
I'd say no.
Okay. He's gonna he has gloves on his hands, so he's gonna like poke the coal a little bit and then like gently pick it up.
Disintegrates.
He grabs like his alchemy, like his bartender spoon, like
Okay.
and like spins it with his finger with the little ring on it and just scoops up a little bit of like the coal dust, and he's gonna kind of try to attempt something like he did with the water and the salinity, like back in the war wastes.
Yeah. So why don't you roll a general intelligence check and add your proficiency modifier?
Okay. Oh. Okay. That's not good. Intelligence check. That's a 9, Captain.
You know what? Your father was a goldsmith. I'll give you advantage.
Thank you. 14.
14.
Oh, wait, no, shit, that was the raw roll. Hold on.
Okay.
Intelligence, so that's 19.
19. Okay, much better.
Sorry.
The 14 wouldn't have gotten you there either. So as you begin to sort of dilute the ashes of the coal itself, you begin to like strain it and go through different alchemical processes. You don't find anything wrong with this coal.
Not a single thing.
I mean, it's been burned, but no, there's nothing like this. This isn't slag. This is coal.
Coal is coal.
Great one, Alice. Bet you feel real proud of that one.
Ow. Now the question is, do I reveal the blood magic curse to this innocent man who is just trying to do his job?
Fucking Ghost Rider in the middle of his shop.
Hey, I'm gonna ask him to step out.
Okay.
Like, is there a door to the forge, like where there's just like a chimney
Yeah.
so all the smoke go up? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no problem. I think my meat's burning anyway. I'll be back in a minute, in a moment. And kind of like rushes through the door.
And don't burn your meat. And he closes the door and locks it if there's a lock on it.
Nope, it's just kind of an open hinge door.
Shit. Okay. O is going to take out the glass dagger, take off his glove, and poke his finger on it and just touch the coals.
With
Crimson right.
your crimson right? Okay.
Yeah.
Your dagger kind of, and as you sink it into the coals, nothing really happens.
I don't know what I could do then, because alchemy isn't helping.
Well, why don't we take a 5-minute break so you can think about it?
Well,
Man.
Yes. 5-minute
No, I'm not
5
dealing
minute
with more
break.
Pissman edits.
break. Man.
No.
So, Bo, you currently stand in the Toad's Tools blacksmith right in front of the shop. Your dagger is on fire. You're sinking it into the fire. It did nothing. He's getting his meat. Is there anything else you'd like to try?
I'm going to take out the gunpowder horn pouch. Pouch?
Oh, porn. I thought you said porn. I was like, whoa.
Yes, Cole! I'm taking porn out of my pack.
Gunpowder.
And I'm
I
gonna
expect
use it
nothing
to
less from
go.
both.
Fuel
Kinky.
forge.
Okay. You begin to pour a little bit out as it.
Yeah, it's
And
just
then
like
it just-
a tiny bit on the blade. And I'm just like,
It just
Trying to
returns to
spread it.
normal.
God damn it! I'm gonna try and make alchemist fire then, because I don't know what else I can physically do to make this forge work.
That'll
I
take
knocked
you
over my
an
cup.
hour.
I'm sad.
I'm making alchemist fire
Okay, well,
in an hour.
then we will return to Lothric. You are currently stumbling through the streets, retracing your path around Blackreach. I'm so sorry.
Excuse you.
Give me
Um,
1 second. I gotta let my cat out of the room.
Oh.
Okay.
2
Cat time,
seconds.
baby. Cat time.
Jaeger, why'd you trap me? Come on, big boys.
Cole, if you cut your tea
Well.
with water, it'll make it less sweet.
Really? I'm like,
Mhm.
well, but then it won't be as strong.
Well, I mean, I guess, but like,
It's really
If you put
bad.
piss in it, then it won't be as sweet.
Stop! Piss tea!
give it a little bit of Pissman's charm.
Twisted
All right.
tea's
You say
new
that.
flavor.
Salty.
Piss!
So, Lothric, you are stumbling through the streets for a little while, until eventually are you looking to return to the inn?
Yes.
Okay. You eventually stumble back to the Wizard's Foxfire Inn. What are you trying to look for in particular as that hour passes?
I'm not really looking for anything in particular. I'm just gonna go back to my room.
Okay.
I'm gonna set my pack down along with my books, and I'm gonna like slump against the door.
The bolt is still in your
And-
back.
Huh?
The bolt is still in your back?
I know, I can't reach it. He can't get it.
Okay, so you very delicately push your back up against to the door, so you don't drive it in further.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and detach my. Well, let's say I take my armor off, and then gently slump against the door. I'm gonna do a medicine check on myself.
Okay. Roll a medicine check.
Fuck. Ooh, I got a 12.
12. You can tell that walking around with the bolt still inside you has made it worse. And while it's still there, it is plugging the bleeding. If you leave it in for, you can't really tell how long, it might become a much, much larger issue.
Okay. Can I cast detect poison and disease to make sure it wasn't poisoned?
Yes, you can.
I would like to do that.
Is that a bonus action? I don't know why I'm asking. I just want to know.
That's an action.
It's a full action. Thank you. You can tell that this bolt in particular has not been poisoned, and yeah, there's no disease. Not yet.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do my best to like try to yank the bolt out of my back.
Oh, good lord.
Okay, roll another medicine check with me for me with disadvantage.
Yeah, 'cause it's in my like. Okay, let me get back to my ability skill tree. I got an 18. I rolled a 19 on the second one.
Damn. So you very delicately and gently reach back and grab the bolt by its shaft, and you pull it out, and you immediately begin to feel the hot red liquid coursing through your body begin to run down your back.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't have a first aid kit. Fuck. Okay. I'll take one of my spare shirts, wad it up, and then sit back against the door.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No. I would just kind of like to close my eyes for a minute.
And die.
Okay. All right.
You better not.
I would be so pissed.
So, okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, we're going to go back to Daenerys. Daenerys, you sit in your room. Is there anything you would like to talk to your mom about? Aaron!
What?
You're very disappointed in you right now.
Why?
I saw you chatting.
I'm chatting.
Would you? Is there any?
I guess just catch up with her adventure if she has any stories.
She is apprehensive. You can tell that the points she gives you of her leaving Arathia, meeting Theogen, coming to the rest of Linerol, and then going to Myfall, those four main points are the ones she's already touched on and the one she reinforced. She is, you can see it on her face, very unwilling to tell you about the rest of it.
Interesting. Well, does Daenerys like notice she's being apprehensive?
Yes, yes. You've known your mom for long enough to notice that she is trying to keep something from you. Or not keeping something from you, but not wanting to tell you about it.
Okay. I can't help but to feel you're not telling me the whole story. I mean, it's perfectly fine. There's things you don't want to tell me. It's just strange.
Well, a lot of strange things have happened. It is better for you not to know. Trust me.
Are you in danger?
Not to my knowledge.
Is you being at my party and myself put us in danger?
I wouldn't have approached you if I thought it was.
Of course. I don't know the nature of it. I just thought I would ask.
I understand. There are just some things better left unsaid, Daenerys. I promise to tell you all of it when we get your father.
Alright. And Daenerys is like putting her notes away, getting organized.
Okay.
Moving on with the day.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
You
don't have to come up with something. It's just
Yeah, I don't have any like more pressing questions, so we can move
Okay.
on.
we will go back to Magnus and Rue then. You two spend the next better part of half an hour walking through the city, and eventually you come to I literally every time I remember the name of it, I immediately forget it.
Kildash's goods.
Kill that, thank you. It is a curse. It is a
Well, no, we're going to the tavern
to the
first.
tavern to help the dude.
That's
look for his
right!
gloves.
I
Oh,
forgot
right.
about that. Sorry.
No, you're good.
You should be.
You two follow the short little halfling lady. As you follow her, she begins to just kind of make brief conversation. My name's Omnish Fleetlegs. What's yours?
Magnus and Turi, this is Alhut Rush.
Very nice to meet you, although unfortunate that it's under such stressful circumstances.
I don't think it's ever a problem to meet somebody, even in under stressful circumstances. She kind of like walks through, like she weaves her way, being small and nimble, through the crowd as you guys have to like very hurriedly walk and catch up to her.
So, where are you from? I know you said you're headed to Anquin. Anquin?
Anquin. Or Anquin.
Anquin.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'm actually, I'm headed to the Road of Faith. It's a long road. It's this big traveling thing. You start at this lookout on the other side of Brokeback Mountain Pass, and you make your way down all the way to the main city. And it's this kind of show of your faith towards the gods, a pilgrimage. I'm originally from Astelborough. My father is sort of a priest, and well, I wanted to see the world, and he let me see the world, and now I'm traveling back, and I wanted to sort of show my faith on the way back.
That sounds lovely. I've never heard of that before. Which gods are they? If you don't mind me asking that it's for.
Just a normal pantheon. Irona, Asteriel, Ialia, Ymir, Castriel, Kier. All the whole pantheon. That's typical here. I do know that other countries, I suppose, have other pantheons, but
I see. Well, still, that sounds fantastic.
So what about you two?
We're just traveling. Just, in and out of the city. looking to stretch our legs currently.
Oh, come on, that has to be more than that.
That's all there is, I'm afraid.
Why don't you roll a deception check for me?
$17.
Let there be light. Good God.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that you come across more exciting adventures in your future.
Thank you very much.
It's just up ahead. She kind of points it out. Did I tell you what the name of the place was already? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
If I did, I think I did. Maybe. Hang on.
I was not listening.
I believe it was called the Lynx Like God.
Yeah, it was the Lynx Like God.
So eventually you come to this building. It's this very unnatural. It's offset from the rest of the buildings here. It is a 2-story building rather than a 1-story with a lot of adjacent rooms. This has an upstairs.
We
for
should have
the
stayed
rooms.
here.
Upstairs! There's stairs.
Upstairs! There's stairs!
There's also a side stables and a trough for horses. It's still made out of that same adobe, and the windows also have wooden shutters. She kind of like opens the door and lets you guys in and follows you in as you come in. Why don't you two both roll a perception check for me? And I need to remember the name or the description of the bloody
Oh
tavern.
wait, is that a... Damn! That sucks. That's a nat 1. Good job, me. Good job, Dice.
wait,
I'm
no.
gonna...
Magnus was right.
Sorry,
Rue
I
is
was
oblivious
reading the
to
description
everything.
for the wrong building. This is a tavern, not an inn. This is a 1-story building.
Fuck.
Oh.
Links like God. Okay.
No stairs.
This is a typical Nawadian building. It is one, although rather small, it is spaced further away from its neighbors to allow for wide roads, and it has one large adobe building with a very high roof. Flat though.
Well. Doesn't change my natural 1, but I'm glad I got the right
You're
description.
right, it does not.
got a 13.
13. So, looking around, Rue, you notice the basic stuff. There's a couple of tables and chairs here and there that are pretty empty. There is a group of 3 people sitting at one of the tables while another man sits at the main bar. There's like this off-shooting wall jutting out, probably the kitchen or something. The bar's in front of you. There's a large clear area with like windows to your right, 2 large pillars to that right holding up the roof. The 2 gentlemen that you were talking to before are currently seated at a table with a lot of what looks to be like maps and like a couple of pieces of clothing scattered on the table here and there, as they are like frantically like tearing through stuff and opening books and looking at different things. Magnus, you notice this, and the man sitting at the bar kind of takes a swig and puts it down and kind of casts a glance as you 2 walk in. You recognize this as the sorry, just 1 second. You recognize this guy as the guy on the wanted poster, Roth Backford.
I'm just gonna give him a head nod, act like I don't recognize him.
Why don't you roll a performance check? Oh my god!
What?
There was a cable underneath my desk and it made a dent in my floor.
What?
Oh no! What?
I don't know, dude.
I'm so glad that my performance is high. Jesus Christ. 14.
Okay. He just kind of like nods and turns back around, taking another swig of his drink, setting it down. Yeah, the two guys are just kind of like tearing through their papers.
I'm gonna bring out my bell and bring out magma.
Okay. So as you shake it with no sound, you watch as magma kind of like scurries out from under a table, very happily, and runs up next to you. There is a cat in your microphone.
Oh, it's so cute.
That's
Talking about that's magma. That's magma.
You're right. That's magma. Sorry.
I'm gonna just, like, reach down, pet him, do my normal, be like, hey, can you help us find these guys' gloves? They're probably older.
Okay. Magma kind of just like, you know how dogs splay their legs when they get excited, and like it splays its legs and then just starts dashing around, kind of weaving between certain people's feet. There is a waitress who's kind of like carrying a platter. She barely manages to keep on her feet as magma through them. One of the guys is like, it's gotta be somewhere. She didn't take it, it's gotta be somewhere. And he's just kind of like looking around, he's looking under the table. Magma doesn't come back with anything.
Okay.
What about you, Rue? What would you like to do?
I would like to walk up to the kind, not scary at all gentleman that we had interacted with previously. And just kind of say, have you had any luck yet?
No! God damn it! Can't find it.
Do you remember where you last had
Did you?
him?
Here.
Alright.
Okay. So just out of curiosity here, because I'm trying to get both sides of the story, why do you think that she took it?
Because she was the only other one in the room when they went missing.
Okay. Do you have like a description of like what your gloves look like? Because we can help you look
They're
around
leather,
the
and
tavern.
they got boar bristles on the backside.
Okay. No worries. We will do our best to help you look for them.
I'm gonna
And here's the like,
ask
awkwardly,
Magma.
like,
I'm gonna ask Magma if
step
he's
away.
seen any gloves like that, even though he didn't come back with any.
Magma once again splays his legs and then darts around the fucking tavern, all excited.
Be careful!
Again, does not come back with anything. One guy who's sweeping. Magma kind of like dashes, like as he's sweeping. Magma kind of plays with the broom, and he kind of like pedals backwards and falls, and then. Hell! You two get that thing under control! As he kind of gets back up. Oh, I'll cast you out.
Sorry, he gets excited. Just pop him up on my shoulder then, I guess.
Okay.
I guess I'll help
The little-
look for him.
the little halfling woman is still by us. Like, she's behind us, right?
Yeah, she's still there.
Okay. So, I know this isn't ideal, but do you possibly think we could have you just empty your bag? Maybe you accidentally grabbed them while you grabbed the rest of your stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I have to do a quick couple rolls.
Okay.
Yes, of course. She kind of like slings her bag off and like opens it up and begins rooting through it and kind of taking things out and gently placing them on the table. There's like provisions. There's like a tent and a bedroll. That's about it. She has a couple of holy symbols. Magnus, you watch as the guy at the bar sets down his drink for a final time, scoots back, gets up, and begins to walk out. As he passes you, he kind of like takes his hat and puts it over his face a little bit more.
Hmm.
And as he walks back, he watches the bartender, this kind of darker human lady with long black hair, kind of says, "Sir, you didn't finish your drink." He says, I don't want the rest of it." Kind of like begins to walk out.
I will. I'll clock him. Not like I'm not gonna punch him. Just like I'm just clocking him walking
Okay.
out. I'm not gonna. Magnus just
Okay,
in the middle of a bar.
He
No.
just fucking sucker punches him.
Could you fucking imagine? No. The elf told me not to cause trouble. Like, just look at what he's wearing. Just
Okay,
like,
yeah, he's wearing pretty
identify
common
everything.
stuff. You do notice that he does have. Actually, roll a perception check for me.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna can I like look towards the guys and be like, she emptied her bag and there's nothing in here, so she definitely doesn't have it.
21.
What'd you get, Alice?
21.
Okay. Well, it's gotta be somewhere, and she ain't leaving till we find it.
I'm gonna like look to her apologetically and be like, I'm so sorry.
She kind of like just shakes her head and begins to go through her pockets and empty stuff out. She puts her coin purse on the table. The man, you can tell immediately that he's wearing a sword in the scabbard.
Mm.
This sword is gorgeous. It is eloquent. It has jewels inlaid in the hilt. It is. Whew, it really catches your eye.
It's very much like that you're not supposed to. You don't
Yeah,
look like you're
it's
supposed
like-
to have that.
It's like if you were to use this weapon, it would. It's more. It's not as much as of a showpiece because he's
Mhm.
carrying it. It's clearly meant for something, but for a commoner to have that, no.
As he's leaving, I'll just be like, "Nice sword."
He kind of like stops. Thank you. Then he's walking.
Okay.
All right. You two can roll an investigation check for me, or do what you will.
I'll roll investigation. I'm gonna jail you. Oh, good. That's better. Well, it's not great, but it doesn't mean jail yet. Oh, 12.
22.
What are you rolling today, Alice? What are you rolling?
I'm rolling
What the
all of
fuck?
my high stats.
Looking around, you don't find anything, Rue. Magnus, you similarly don't find anything, but the empty table that the halfling is currently like offloading her stuff onto, you notice that there's a slight tilt every time she puts something on it.
Mm-hmm. Can I, like, investigate the tilt or anything? Or just, like, look under the table or anything? Or is there, like, a loose floorboard or something?
Yeah, so looking at the table, you kind of like begin to squat down, and while she's still like pulling stuff out, you see that there is something jammed underneath the table. It's this big round base, and it's currently like offset the table a bit.
I'll pull out whatever's jammed under there, just, like...
you pull out a pair of bristleboard gloves. And at that moment, there is a loud as one man you like very quickly look up and you see that the three men at the table who are like kind of chatting and conversing, one of them has one of their lutes and has smacked the face of the other one. You cheating mother! And he starts beating the shit out of him. And while you two are focused on this, you watch as the guy who was sweeping kind of like, hey, like runs over and splits him up. You take a breath and you look around and the halfling woman is gone.
Does she have all of her stuff? Did she take all of her stuff?
The only thing that is no longer on the table is the coin purse.
Oh.
Oh. I guess.
Is like,
Oh.
can I look out the door, see if it's like swinging or something?
It's
Like if
No,
she
I
ran
mean-
out?
it's not like actively swinging, no.
Yeah, okay. And they're all still sitting like where they were, and she was just right next to me, right?
Yeah, she was right next to Rue. You were a bit further up.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you were actually at the table. Yeah, she was right next to you.
Did I see like her feet go somewhere, or like?
You were too focused on the man hitting the other man with a lute to really notice.
Okay.
Jesus.
Can I like roll an investigation check to see if she's like around, or if she's like hiding under a table or something?
You can tell immediately she's nowhere in the room. She probably left out there.
Okay.
I guess I'll take her coin purse for safekeeping.
No, the coin purse is gone.
Oh, you said everything but the coin purse.
Oh, sorry. Everything is on the table except her coin purse.
And she is gone.
Oh.
And she is gone.
Oh no, all of her stuff. Oh.
What? That's what you're worried about? In a place that's known
Yes,
for
yeah.
kidnappings and slavery. That's what you're worried about.
She was good. Well, I don't want her to forget her holy stuff.
Of course, the fucking cleric. I'm...
Hey, where'd she go?
I'm gonna toss him his gloves.
He kind of catches them. Where'd you find them?
They were underneath the table. You didn't see her leave at all?
No, I was watching the fight.
She didn't have anything. She emptied her pockets, her entire bag, obviously.
Can I send her a sending? Since I met her and I know her name.
Yes, you can, if you want to. As you're doing that, he kind of says, oh, shoot, I owe her an apology.
You do. Next time, maybe let's not jump to conclusions like we did. Accidents happen.
It wasn't a pretty odd place, though. It was...
It was shoved under the table. I'm gonna go ahead and send her a sending spell of...
Oh, sorry, you said that it was shoved under the table?
Yeah, it was like underneath the table and like creating the wobble.
Well, that's the table she was sitting at. I suppose I might have gotten up and actually kicked him under there or something.
Like I said, accidents happen. Rue, do you want to handle this? And I'm gonna send our friend a message.
Yeah, of course. And I'm just going to, like... She left her, like, whole bag there as well, so I can, like, put all the items, like, in her bag?
Yes, you can.
Okay, can I, like, do that and then kind of give it to, like, the tavern keep and be like, there was a small halfling woman, she left all of the stuff here. Do you mind keeping watch in case she comes back?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Thank you.
And
I
takes the broom and leans it up against the pillar as he takes the bag from you.
awesome. Thank you. I hate to cause a fuss.
Magnus, what is your ascending?
I am going to send her. Miss Fleetlegs, we did end up finding the man's gloves. You left your pack. Disappeared in a hurry. Want to make sure you're alright. You may respond if needed.
Sorry, I gotta find the fucking song. Is there a word limit? I don't know.
25.
25. Hey, neat trick. Don't worry about me. You can keep the pack. I got more than what I needed.
Right. Okay. Rue, you can keep her pack. I don't think she's gonna be wanting it. She just headed out of town wanting to avoid the fight.
Oh, okay. There's not really anything in there that I want, so I figure maybe it can go to good use. I'll turn back to the tavern keep though and say, I don't think she's going to come back, but if you can think of anybody that would want the stuff, or if you want to keep it for yourself.
Give me just a moment. I gotta roll some stuff.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Right.
Don't say yikes. You're gonna stress me out.
Okay. Sorry, what were you saying?
I basically told the tavern keep that he can keep it, or give it out to anybody who needs the stuff, that I don't think she's gonna be coming back.
Well, I don't want this crap. You take it.
Okay, thank you. I guess I'll take the bag back.
All right.
Can I check my coin purse?
Yes, you can.
I would also like to check my coin purse.
All right. So, judging by the weight, Magnus,
Damn it.
you lost quite a hefty sum.
Damn it.
Rue,
Fuck.
you also lost quite a hefty sum.
Damn it. Damn it.
My
I
hoard
fucking
of
called it.
silver! No, I trusted her! What did I lose?
So, as you spend the next 10, 20, 30 or so minutes counting them out, Rue, you lost 1,600 silver pieces
Oh, dude!
and 102 gold pieces.
No!
Magnus, you lost 811 gold pieces.
Fuck.
Doing another fucking sending. Doing another fucking sending.
Okay. You guys were in there for quite a while. She was able to take quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm doing another fucking sending. I am going to...
Is this the sending?
No.
Okay.
Do a sending spell. And I'm gonna tell her...
Well, hold that thought. We're gonna take a 10-minute break.
Fuck! Okay, I'll
I'm
write
so
it up.
angry! I'm so angry! We helped her!
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Did she? Fuck, she set it up. She set it all up.
So,
Okay.
Last we left off, Magnus was sending a sending spell to a little halfling that stole their gold in the tavern, the Lynx-like God. Lothric is currently in his room in the Wizard's Foxfire Inn, bleeding into a dirty shirt that he shoved into a crossbow bolt hole, while Daenerys is in a room over, talking with her mother, and kind of just doing the do. While Bo is currently crafting alchemist's fire to try and reignite the dwarf's forge. Magnus, what is the sending you would like to send to the lady?
Miss Fleetlegs, the man apologizes. We'd love to treat you to lunch if you'd like. As per your inconvenience, we insist.
Okay. I gotta think, sorry.
Ball, bitch.
We can take another 5-minute break.
No, it's okay. Might you kind of you? You've already treated me to enough lunches, though. If I'm not mistaken, Magnus, you were lying about your trip to Lily anyway. I don't see what's the harm in lying a bit more. I'll be on my way. Thank you very much.
Motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the orc's table, right? He's an orc, the guy that's on the bounty poster.
Yes, he was sitting at the bar on one of the stools.
I'm gonna take the cup that he was drinking out of, be like, excuse me, ma'am, how much for just, like, the whole glass? I know, strange, but, like, gonna
So-
need it for investigation work.
You can see that she's pretty young. Derek? And very quickly, the guy that's been sweeping the whole time kind of walks over. How can I help you?
How much for, just the whole glass? Strange, I know, I just needed a price.
I'll give it to you for $1.
Okay. Flip him a gold, be like, Rue, come on, we got shit to do.
What are we doing?
We're getting our shit back.
Okay, as you say that, we're going to go over to Bo, who is currently finished with his alchemist fire.
After like the
So, like,
What's
as
the
you've been
little-
making it, go ahead.
sorry, what's the little glass thing that like put like liquids in that
A beaker?
yeah, that
Glass.
uh,
You degenerate fuck.
The Muppet. Anyway, before you continue, as you kind of been doing this, every now and then the dwarf will come out. What's he up to?
there's a little thing called alchemist fire.
Oh, that sounds complicated. You want any meat?
You want a barbecue?
Want some of my meat?
No, I haven't had a dwarves barbecue in a long time. Sure, why not?
I mean, it's not much. I only roasted the pig today, but yeah, sure. You can stay right there. It looks like you're dealing with some interesting substances. I will go plate that for you. And he very quickly brings out a plate of like ribs with a very nice like glazing over it and sets it down. Napkins. He goes, and this repeats as he says napkins, puts it down, he then goes silverware, gets you silverware, cup and water, gets you water. I suppose you'll need a place to sit. Goes and gets a table as you're still
Right here.
working.
I imagine the dwarf is just like putting stuff around him, like
Yeah, very
gradually.
slowly.
It's like an anime, like a Dragon Ball Z scene where a character swoops in. Oh shit! I forgot some. Swoops back out. Swoops back in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
And Bo is just like, sir, you do not have to be serving me like this. I assure you.
Oh no, I insist. You know, if you're gonna attempt to fix it, might as well treat you to something else.
All right. I appreciate it. And Bo takes like a pair of like tiny like alchemist tongs and pulls the beaker up from like a stand that it has, He's just gonna say, stand back, and if this works, I will give you the recipe for it. Whatever you do, do not touch it with your bare hands, or you will die.
Okay. How am I supposed to smith?
You can still smith. I'm saying don't touch the liquid is what I'm saying. Don't
Oh.
If this works, don't touch the liquid I'm just about to pour into your forge.
All right. Sure. Go ahead.
And hope and pray to the fire that it works. And he pours the alchemist fire into the forge.
So, very quickly, the fire. And you watch as it begins to settle into the coals. And luckily, with the way alchemist fire works, it does keep the forge going. And he says, well, in the blazes of the mountains. Hey, it looks great. Like I said, half off anything in the store. And the recipe, is it hard to make?
Oh no, not at all. It's magnesium, phosphorus, some tree sap.
Okay.
And,
he kind of like looks at his fingers. He watches his like thick, stubby fingers. Magnets.
No. The mineral magnesium.
Oh.
This is like watching my dad.
Magnesium.
Magnesium.
Yeah, there you go. Phosphorus.
Philosopher.
No, phosphorus.
And tree sap?
Yeah,
Phosphorus.
phosphorus.
Okay. Magnesius, phosphorus, and tree sap.
No, Paul. That's not. All right. Thank you for the food, though. Let me just write that down for you. And he takes out a stick of charcoal. Actually, no. He takes out like what's left of safety stick, like
Oh
a
my
really
God.
part of safety
Okay.
stick, and
Okay.
writes it out and like hands it to him on like a piece of parchment.
Kind of takes it and delicately looks it over and then folds it up and puts it in his pocket and says, thank you. I'm gonna go back to eating my meat now.
Would it? This is a weird request. Would it be okay if I joined you?
I suppose not. If you would like to join me, I just have to go clean up some things and move the table back in.
That's fine. I'll eat with you while you're cleaning.
Why don't you stay out here and get some sun while I go clean up?
Bo kind of has like a small sad look on his face for about 2 seconds, and he just shakes out of it and just says, "Yeah, I gotta reforge what I'm making here. So thank you."
Yeah, of course. And takes about 10 minutes before he comes back and says, "All right, blaze ready."
Okay, he starts eating. Just
All right. So, is there anything else you would like to do here?
like before I start smithing, or in general.
I will say that you're smithing, and if there's anything you want to talk to him about or buy, you should do it now. The smithing will take up the rest of your time.
What's on the walls?
There's weapons and armor. This guy is a pretty decent smith.
All right. Mister, I never got your name. What's your name?
Hang on, let me pull it up.
What's your
Sorry.
name?
What's your name? Call me your name, goddammit!
It's what?
Ithric. Ithric Rockbreak.
My name's Bo.
Mighty
Nice
nice
to
to
meet
meet you,
you.
Bo. He kind of shakes
He
your
takes
hand.
up. He takes off before he shakes his hand.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, you can half off anything. Just take a look around.
Are there any looking claymores on the wall?
Are there any what? Sorry.
nice looking claymores.
Yeah, there's a few. They're pretty spiffy looking.
He kind of, after finishing his food, he dabs his face with a napkin and it's been really nice dining with you, sir. I apologize for calling you Pa. You remind me of my own.
Oh, you what?
I called you Pa a couple of times.
Well,
Remind me of mine.
I didn't even notice. Honestly, if you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have been weirded out, but now I'm kind of weirded out.
Sorry, it's just been a long time since I've been home. But,
You know, that's okay. You know, that's your business. I don't mean to get into it. Just
fine.
you know.
Bo is going to take a look at like one of the claymores on the wall, like,
Okay.
just for like a general, just if you don't mind.
This is a very nice claymore. This is a +1 weapon.
How much you want for this?
Normally that'd be about 500, but 50% off, 250.
I don't have that. Appreciate it though. He's gonna like paint in a pained manner, just like put that back on the wall.
Yep, no problem. I got even nicer ones. And he kind of like shows you. He pulls out one from underneath the kind of cashier's serving table. It's covered in cloth, and he removes it. This is beautiful. It is one of the most attractive looking weapons you've ever seen. This is a +2.
Bo's. if I felt like having Bo, you know what? Fuck it. Bo's nose bleeds like a cartoon, like a fucking anime. Just like, oh,
Bo gets horny for weapons.
sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of
Horny
my
for
best
sword.
works. I got my own secret recipe to forging the weapons. It's real nice.
Nut. Nut. No,
Jesus.
Bo, that's a beautiful weapon. I would not be able to afford that though. I appreciate it, even with 50% off.
50% off. It's 500 gold.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I would not be able to afford that at all.
I understand.
But-
Times are tough. Times are tough, especially with the forges and the people going missing and all that.
Mhm.
So
But I'm gonna get to forging my just things if that's okay. I just need a little bit of scrap metal and. Did the handle break as well? Like the wooden handle?
no, the handle's fine.
It's just the mechanism.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the
Bo's just
barrel has been bent. You'll have to
Mhm.
remake everything apart.
okay. Just as long as you have some scrap metal and the forge keeps
Yeah.
burning.
Just take what you need. Just let me know if you're gonna come in, so I have some time.
Oh no, of course. Yeah. Don't tell anyone that I in specific helped your forge.
I mean, okay.
Just say that you found a recipe for something.
I will
He's
do
gonna-
that.
And he walks out, closes the door, grabs some scrap metal, and starts working on 2 things.
Okay. While that's happening, Lothar, your back is up against the door, and over the past hour, you've been asleep. Oh God, I'm dying. Okay.
Aaron.
Buggers.
You wake up, and as you kind of like look down, you are immediately lightheaded, and you are in a pool of your own blood. The shirt has soaked through completely.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can I go to try to like stand up?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Falls.
Man, you cannot get hurt without me in your presence. It's just not gonna go well.
7.
You begin to move forward, and the cold feeling grasps you even more. And before you know it, you're out again. And you wake up another hour later. Somehow, the blood has stopped. But any attempts to move, you can already tell, will probably restart. You're kind of doubled over, and you don't know how long it's been, but you have the immediate urge to throw up. Your body feels stiff, and you're hungry. You're really hungry.
How far away is my backpack?
It is on the bed where you put it.
Okay, so it's out of arm's reach.
It's out of arm's reach.
Fuck. Alright. I guess I'll puke.
You... but nothing but stomach acid comes up.
Ooh.
And blood.
Oh, fuck.
Can I try to make another medicine check?
Yeah,
Stab
roll a
wound in my
medicine
chest.
check with disadvantage because you are not all there.
Fuck it. Gone.
Lothric, man.
I got a 15. I rolled a natural 20 on the second one.
A 15, you can tell you have heavy internal. And if you pass out again, you might know.
Oh, fuck, no! Can I, like, try to call for help?
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god,
Oh my god,
oh my god, please don't fail
Ymir,
this one.
be with me. Well, it's not a death save, so...
Well, it's about to be!
Fuck.